Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here with the myth, the legend, Mr. Fleece Johnson. What's up, Fleece?
These.
That's right.
3232 Street, Louisville, Kentucky. Now, what's up is not no gang signs. I'm just acting silly, man. It was in my youth. But I done grown up now. I want to talk to you, my fans, right? Because I don't want y'all to think that y'all are fans of somebody that is just crazy. A nigga that ain't got no sense, don't know nothing. Let me show you what I know. Especially to all you black people out there that think you know so much that don't nobody know what you know. Or more. I'm talking about people like Farrakhan, people like all these pastors and preachers, you know, top-notch pastors and preachers. And all you educated historians, people that claim they know history, professors and all this. Let me tell you what you don't know. Since y'all look at me like I'm just stupid, I get up here and talk crazy, let me show you what I know. First of all, somebody called me a black man. And then a Muslim called me a Baladian. Somebody from Louisiana said I was Creole. Here's what I told them. Afro-American is a nationality. The word black man, black is a color. The name Lil G or OG, that's a label. Nigga, just a word. So they say, who are you? They call me by my original name, Hebrew, a race of people. Hebrew is a race of people. It is not a color. It is not a nationality. It is not a label. It's an actual race of people. I want y'all to know it, that I know who I am. Know that first of all. Now, another thing I want to run across to you is, I had dealings with some Israelites when I was in Indianapolis one time. They say, hey, brother, you can't even talk to us, you ain't got a beard. I told them, Michael Jordan won 6 NBA titles without a beard. Tiger Woods won what he won without a beard. Martin Luther King did all he did without a beard. Barack Obama became president 2 times without a beard. And then I realized that these Israelites that came to me like that, they don't even know who they are. They say, I'm an Israelite. An Israelite is nothing but a tribe of people. It is not a race of people, it's a tribe. So they ain't from that tribe. They trying to take the tribe's name. But they're not from that tribe. So I know who I am. So I want all my fans to know, yeah, you talking to the right source. Somebody that knows who he is. Another thing I want to talk about is there's people that writes comments in here, and I love your comments, good or bad. I love them, good or bad. I want you to express yourself. Anything you think you can say about me, say it. I want to hear it. You know, it don't make a difference, but I want to hear it. And the next thing I want to say is, I was sitting there thinking the other day ago about my fans, right? You know, I ain't got nothing but love for you. And I got a good visit today. Can I tell him that? I got a visit today. My nephew came in from Atlanta. His name is Jeff. He's a leading homicide detective in Atlanta. You know, when I was growing up, we used to hate police and all this. That's my nephew. I love him. He's a good guy. So he came to visit me today. We went out to eat and all this. He gave me some good feedbacks. Now, I want to talk to the young people. You know, I seen that little news break on TV about New York. All them young people took to the streets. Some rapper came through giving out free PlayStations and all this, and they kind of showed off a little. People ask me to talk to the young people, and I know y'all listening. They tell me to talk to you, tell you things. Here's what I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you nothing about not doing this, not doing that, because you ain't gonna listen. See, I was young before. I already know you ain't gonna listen. All that, stop getting in trouble, stop packing a gun, stop hanging out with the wrong crowd. I mean, it's something that all young people hear just over and over and going one ear after the next. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But here's what I tell you. I'm gonna step it up. I ain't gonna tell you not to do nothing. I'm gonna say do what you wanna do. But here's what you gotta look forward to. When you do it, always remember there's over 1 million people in prison in America. Every one of them had a plan. And things didn't go according to their plan. They locked up. What happened to your plan? It sounds good. But here's what you got to look forward to when you get out there and do wrong. You get out there, think you can kill somebody. I got away with it. No, you ain't. You thought you did. You didn't get caught right then. Somebody gonna tell on you. Eventually, you gonna run your mouth. Somebody gonna tell on you. Somebody gonna get locked up, facing a lot of time, and to get out of that time, they're gonna tell the police about murders that they know about. I done seen it so many times in the prisons I've been into. You're gonna get caught. At the bottom line, you will get caught. Period. You know, there's only in history, there's only been a few they ain't been able to count, and they were serial killers. All the other ones, just random killings, you're gonna get caught, man. You're gonna get caught. And then when you go to prison, you're gonna realize that, hey, the time the judge gave you is nothing compared to what you're getting ready to go through. Because first of all, you done killed somebody. Second of all, who you done killed, 9 out of 10 got family members in the penitentiary. Somebody in prison knows them, and you don't even know it. So when you go to prison, and I've seen this a lot of times, you go to prison, try to get settled and situated, and somebody stab you, man, or pop you in the head. Take your life in there. Somebody that you didn't know nothing about, who was a relative, friend, or family to the person you shot or killed. It ain't over. When you get locked up, and then when the judge give you your time, you're a young man, when they sit there in that courtroom and give you all that time, and then the people you think love you walk out of your life after 3 years of you doing time, they'll stay with you for about 1 or 2 years. Come on that 3rd year, oh man, we got bills to pay, this and that. This. You don't hear from shit. Your girl, she'll go to somebody else and do to him what she probably did to you. I don't want no broke nigga. If a nigga ain't making money or this and that, you know, I ain't got time for him, so y'all go out there and steal. Because a lot of you that's out there stealing, robbing and stuff, y'all doing it for a woman. You ain't doing it for yourself. You doing it for some girl out there with a big butt and big titties, a small waistline, set eyes on you. You went for it, realized you can't have her unless you got, money, a nice car, nice clothes, shape-ups and all that. You hustling for a woman. You ain't nothing, man. You crap. I'm telling you, you ain't nothing. You ain't out there stealing for yourself. I can say that for a fact. You ain't out there saying, man, let's go get money. When you go out there and get money, and where do you go take it to? Your baby's mama. Or some girl. Are you at the club, you want to see if you can pick a woman up now because you got a pocket full of money. That's lame, man. And y'all niggas got your nerves sitting out there trying to shoot slugs at me. You can't shoot a slug at me. Everything I did for me. So I know what y'all doing, man. And then y'all, you can't, there's another thing that I never did that I see y'all doing. I ain't never joined the gang. I ain't never joined the organization, the gang, or none of them little crazy groups that think they can tell me what to do. Come on, man, we're going to ride, we're going to kill so-and-so tonight, or we're going to do this and that. Nah, I ain't doing shit. You go do it. What you need me for? You going out there to fight one man, and you going to try to bring a crowd with you, and y'all, instead of fighting him, y'all going to shoot him. Because your hands ain't nothing, bruh. But you don't realize they going to find out about your hands ain't nothing when you locked up. They going to find that out in there. When they bend you over and put something up in your booty. They going to find out about your hands. And then you think your little friends is going to save you? Let me tell you what they doing in there. Before I got out of prison, they had guys that was already locked up. And their friends would come in, maybe after they've been locked up 2-3 years, then their friends get locked up. And their friends be thinking, oh man, my dude's in there. Hey bro, you got me? Hollering at him and all that. Yeah, he got him. What he's gonna do, he gonna set you up, he gonna sell you to somebody that probably wants you. Or he gonna set you up to where if you bringing in money, he done been locked up 3-4 years, out of money, out of help, nobody's with him. You come in, go to the store, buy all that canteen, leave your cell. He gonna have somebody go in there and steal all your stuff. There's no honor. So the best thing you can do, like I said, I ain't gonna tell you not to do nothing. Go on out there and be silly. Too many people done told you young people, stop doing this, stop. I ain't gonna tell you none of that. Go do it. The penitentiary is looking for booty. They looking for young people that got some good butt. Long hair, y'all wear all them dreadlocks and your face is smooth like you just ready to suck somebody. You ain't got no mustache, you ain't got nothing. Clean shaven, got all that hair like a girl. You wear your hair like girls now, with them balls up there at the top and all that. That's girl stuff. Go in the penitentiary like that. Talking about you tough and all this. You tough out here because you got your gun. And you got a squad with you. Go in there where you by yourself. Go in there where you around people that been locked up already 10, 15 years, left in waist, swole up, their bodies is strong. You come off the street, little frail body, little skinny arms, drugged out. You think you can stand up against them dudes? Oh man, I ain't worried about nothing. My niggas is locked up, man. For real. When you find out what type of people your niggas you brag about is in prison, they scared to death in there. They walk the chalk, man. When you come in there, they be whispering. Hey man, don't say this, don't do this, don't all that old stuff. I ain't do none of that. I went in there ready to rock, roll, and that's what I did. But let me tell you something about me. I did 40 years in prison. You know what? I don't seek no glory over. That's the stupidest thing that I could have ever did in my life. At 40 years in prison, you got people out here. I could have took that 40 years and retired off for 2 jobs out here. I could have been set real straight out here. You know, I wasted my whole life, man. I ain't got no kids, no nothing. Didn't know how to kiss a woman until I was in my 60s. Ain't never kissed one. So, y'all want to throw y'all life away? I made it out. And I say I made it out with it by the grace of God, buddy. I didn't believe in religion. I didn't believe in none of that. But before I got out of prison, yeah, I believe. And I'm telling you, ain't nothing weak about me. I'm strong. I bet you can take all you little cliques out there and put them together. And I bet I'm stronger than all of you. But you know what? I'm weaker too. Cause my man ain't about going back. I go back if I had to. I ain't scared to go back. Give me a reason, I'll go back in a heartbeat. You know, but what I'm telling you, y'all out here making babies, man. Y'all got baby mamas, 2, 3 kids. Y'all out there, your baby mama's pressing you. What my child support, nigga? I need money, this and all that old stuff. So you go out there and steal. When you get caught, it's over. You go to prison, and now we got governors, our campaign going on, and the next governor, he's talking about he's gonna make it harder for people to get out of prison. That's what they own now. So a lot of you guys feel like when you go rob something, well, you know what? He can keep trying because if I rob something, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill all witnesses. You digging even a deeper hole for yourself. And you would do it. I've talked to all them dudes in prison, killers and murderers and stuff. Why they did it. I've talked to serial killers. I've talked to people that only thing they get locked up for is having sex with dead bodies. I've been in communication with everybody, people that have killed 19 people. I sat down and eat dinner with in prison and talk to. So I know their mindset. And I'm telling you, young bro, all you young people out there, Crips, Blood, GDs, gangsters, or different cliques and groups. Yeah, right now, your squad is strong. You gonna say, man, everybody in my squad is strong, man. Ain't no rats in there, ain't no this. Pick up some time. When you want to know how strong a person is, let him go in front of that judge and let that judge throw out 60 or 100 years or a life sentence. What do you think? One of the most disturbing things I ran into in prison, you know, like people think about prison, they think everybody in prison is just scrubs. Just people that ain't worth nothing in society. They just write-offs. Like a tax write-off. Just nothing to be concerned about. They had a black guy come in prison. Prison is loaded with talents, inmates. This guy name was Chauncey Balding out of Louisville. About 6'5". Had a 52-inch vertical. He'd get up off the ground like that. Had a scholarship to go to college to play basketball. We needed him. Then we had John Luster. They called him Dancing Doc. He get the basketball, he dance from side to side. Anywhere on the court he shoots, it's in. Little Philly out of Philadelphia, John Luster and Chauncey Baldwin robbed something back in the 70s. Got locked up. The lawmakers back in, like, you know, it's a lot of white people don't like blacks, and least little thing we do, they try to destroy our life. They use that as, yeah, we can take this and destroy him. They sent them dudes to prison, man. And when they come in prison, we was the inmates in there, we was like bitter towards them because we saw ourselves as, you know, we the thugs in the street, bro. Now, we know why we locked up, because this is what we've been doing all our life, stealing and stuff. But y'all supposed to be the good boys. All the way through school, and basketball players representing the city. So when we see them come in, it's like no rap, man. So we get him out on our basketball court. You know, we had Tom Payne coming out. He's 7'1", played for Kentucky. He raped somebody, they said, and they sent him in there. So we sitting in there, we watching. So we want to see how our ball players gonna match up against these guys come off the streets. You know, our ball players tore them up. They got people in there, man, that dunk. They had one dude. I wish LeBron, I hope LeBron, all you dunkers out there, I'm going to show you a dunk. The dude, they called him Roger Bailey. Shaking bait. He was like 6'1", powerful. He was a power forward. He'll take that ball and shake from side to side and go straight to the basket, no matter who's on him. When he jumps up, he'll curl the ball in his arm like this, go over the rim, and ball his fist up, boom, and knock it in. That was his dunk. That's what you see in prison. I ain't never seen it done in NBA out here, but that was Roger Bailey's dunk. Mr. Shaking Bait. That's what they called him. So, Chauncey, he gets in there, Mr. Basketball, and start, you know, we wouldn't give him no weed or nothing. We ain't gonna mess your life up, man. Get your life together, go on back out there, man, represent the city, nigga. You know, we ain't not smoking weed in prison. So we didn't affiliate with him because he wasn't one of us, man. He wasn't no street nigga. He's a nigga just messed up. Chauncey started sniffing glue. He go down there to the carpenter shop, get some wood glue, pour it on a sock, put the sock in a bread sack, put the bread sack over his face and go until he gets high. And then he start taking Thorazine. And that Thorazine is what got him addicted to Thorazine. Now he can't get off. His hands start shaking. We seen him on the basketball court. He couldn't even hold the ball, man. Picked the ball up, and he couldn't even dribble. Threw his life away, man. Then he ended up killing somebody in over a state town. Now he's dead. Died in prison. Now I don't know what happened to Mr. Dancing Doc, but this is the type of stuff you see in prison. You see people come in prison, don't make no mistake, man. Make no mistake about it, you got some hell of a boxers coming up. The best I've seen in us has been boxers, basketball players, softball, and we had some, we had a football field in there, but they stopped that because everybody was getting messed up. Like when we have a game against Louisville and Kentucky, rivals. It wasn't nobody, they didn't have hammocks and shoulder pads or nothing. Hey, they were sending them up out there with broken everything. Man, it was some of the best football games you ever want to watch. They played in mud and everything. But the system stopped it because they said it was too many injuries and they ain't gonna keep paying for it. So now they got the no contact. But let's go back to Chauncey. I can say may the Lord have mercy on his soul, man, but it's too late for all that too. He died. Mr. Basketball in prison. He died in prison. And so many of them died in prison. And then they had preachers in prison. They had one preacher, they call him Reverend Goodhead. Goodhead. Like Goodhead. He like sucking stuff. Things in particular. Things. So he'll go to church in prison and come out. I thought he get the church going, man. They bringing the volunteer preachers, churches in. Their whole congregation coming on, be speaking to the inmates, singing and stuff. And Reverend Goodhead used to have them going. He said, talk about it. Jesus. All right, man. Everybody get up and shout. Yeah. But when he leaves that church, he wants to engulf, suck things. You know what I'm saying? And they be waiting on him. Because they said his head was so good that he could take you down to the baseline and tickle your balls while you still in his mouth. That's how good his head was, And the nigga wore glasses, and he'll take him glasses off so he can get deep-throated, go deeper. And when he gets done with you, pull it out, wipe his mouth, amen. Good day today, good day. That was some good juice. Good juice. And they were lined up for Reverend Goodhead. Reverend Goodhead, come on over, I got some good juice for you. I need it. And he'll go over and get it. Get it up out of their body. Suck them. And then right after him, they had another dude in there named Anthony Starks. That's my friend, man. Anthony was like 6'3", big, powerful black dude. Had a square head, like a box head, like square. He weighed about 235, solid. He was a big brick of a man. One you would say he was born in bricks. And you never hear him cussing or nothing, or arguing. But when he walk up to your cell, he'll tell you, when he's thirsty, he'll lick his lips, all that shit. He said, I'm thirsty. I need something to suck. And he'll come up to your cell, bro. You be sitting there reading a book, writing a letter to your family. He'll hit your door and tell you, when he come back, you better have that thing out. You better have it out. And I remember this little white boy asked me, he just came from another prison. He knocked on my door. I said, yeah. He said, what's your name? I said, don't matter what my name is, what you want? He said, that big black guy told me when he left my cell to have my thing out and he'll be back. What was he talking about? I said, you know what he's talking about? He's talking about your dick. He wants it. He gonna suck you dry, brother. And why you over here, what should I said, man, I don't know what you can do, but I am not getting into that. I'm not gonna fight this man, man. That nigga, hey boy, he's crazy. He don't feel no pain. You hit him, it turns him on. So if you ain't gonna kill him, you need to stay away from him. So he came right back down the hall. He was sweeping, called the little dude up, I let them talk, and was mopping him through the door. Got squatted on his knees, pulled his little thing through the door. It was going at it, and the guards caught him. And the guards, there was a whole lot of them at the door. They was hollering, get in your cell. Get in your cell, get out of it. And he said, with that man thing still in his mouth. I said, oh my God, did he snatch it off? And when he got done, that nigga wiped his mouth. He did like this. He got done. He said, and it made that little slap. Oh, he knows how to suck because he makes that slapping noise, right? He got done, he said, and it popped. He said, wiped his mouth and looked at the guards and hollered, you white motherfuckers, y'all got me fucked up. You know, all that, blah, blah. You know, kiss my ass. They said, get in your cell. So when they ran up the steps to check on the little white dude, he was standing in his, sitting on his bed. They said he was sitting on his bed, his underwear was still down to his ankle. He's messed up. He don't know what to think. Little white guy, he ain't did nothing but, they said he didn't have nothing but a burglary charge. And they sent him to Eddyville. And this big black boy took his dick. And so I met him. Then, I'll tell you, y'all out there doing trouble. Y'all heard all this stuff about penitentiary, then you heard your friends. Let me tell you about your friends, the lies that your friends will tell you. The ones that been locked up over 7 years, then finally get out. Oh, man, Rock got out, or so-and-so got out, man, he's cool, come here, nigga. All that old stuff. Yeah, man, I went in, I did that. Held my own, man. You know, I been in prison, so all that old front stuff, what you ain't done. Hey, let's go back to this. What you ain't got caught doing. See, I know what they doing now. And these girls, that's what was hurting me out here. I was seeing so many people getting out of prison. And I watched them. They had sisters come in prison. They had AIDS and all this stuff. But they look good. And because they look good and had a big old butt and some big thighs and a small waist and a little cute face, even though they was told, hey man, he got that stuff, they still mess with him. Still mess with him. And then, let me tell you what happened. A couple of them got out of prison. I was locked up when this happened. And, you know, you get out of prison, you ain't rich or nothing, unless you had money before you got out. So they went to the projects up there at projects down there about, it ain't Beach of Terror. What's that one down the west?
Village West?
No, the other one.
Smoketown?
No, it's way down there by 12th and Broadway.
Clarksdale?
No, 12th and Broadway, off of 12th.
That's Village West right there.
No, it's on, not Village West.
Beach of Terrace, Village West. Those right there.
Right.
12th.
Okay, I worked at Royal Consumer Products.
Beach of Terrace on one side, Village West on the other side.
1112 Magnolia, Park Hill.
Oh, okay, 13. Yeah,
13, yeah.
Park Hill.
So I'm locked up. Next thing I know, a lot of dudes got out, went to Park Hill. Guess what? After a couple years out, they quarantined Park Hill, the whole project. I'm talking about quarantined it. That's documented, quarantined it. They didn't even want nobody to leave up out of there. The AIDS epidemic was so bad in there. All these people coming out of prison, they claim they ain't never did nothing in there. See, they ain't get caught. You got some of them so-called sophisticated brothers, right? The ones that get the shape-ups, cut their hair real neat, get their creases in their shirts. In there, they get 3 of them. They get a crease going down here, one in the center, and one over here. And then they get 2 creases down their pants legs. Oh man, they ain't never looked that good for a real woman. but they doing it in prison for a man. Oh man, I'm going to go meet this sissy, man, and me and her, wish me luck, Fleece. I said, all right, bro, wish you luck. And when he leave, I like, ignorant ass nigga. I mean, you know, what can you say, bro? I mean, do your thing. They get out and they do stuff. A lot of them bring diseases out with them. I'm just being real with you. And then you got a lot of, I met some guys like this too. Got out of prison. Now in prison, he was taking it in butt, sucking them, all that. So he get out. Dude went to Oklahoma. Got married. The girl he married, she didn't know nothing about his life. She didn't know what he did. She didn't even know he'd been in prison. Her family loved him. He loved her. I mean, she loved him. But then, next thing you know, somebody in prison that used to screw him got out and ended up in the same place where he was at. And when he saw him, you know what he did? He said, oh man, I'm busted. He gonna tell everything. He fixed that man a pie and put poison in it to kill him. And killed him. Came back to Kentucky, ran across somebody else that knew what he did. They told on, he thought they was gonna tell him he killed them, but got caught. And that's how he got back in prison. He said, man, what's wrong? I said, first of all, there's nobody in this world was smarter than Jesus. Jesus had an answer to everything. He said, confess your sins. That's what confess your sins mean. When you confess them, you can't get blackmailed. You ain't gonna feel all that like you got to hurt somebody to keep it a secret like that. It's confessing. You know, I've seen all kinds of stuff, man. And let me talk about me in particular. First of all, people say, oh God, what was you doing there? I did all kinds of stuff. All right, first of all. And the one thing I know is when I left prison a changed man. That much I do know. I don't care what I did in my past, who I robbed or whatever. I left prison a changed man. And I came back in society as a changed man. And since I've been out here, I've been doing a lot of good out here. Helping people, feeding poor people, being there for people. You know, but my only setback was all this stuff on the internet claiming I was a serial raper, and I ain't raped nobody. And it cost me about 40 or 50 jobs, but I kept my head up, you know. You know, just keep doing my job, 'cause I know what I did in prison. I shut down a lot of stuff in prison. The racism, I fought all that. While they was out here protesting racism out here in society, I protested in the prison. But the only difference was out here, y'all only protest when y'all got a crowd with you. I protested in there by myself and changed things. By myself. I didn't need no crowd. What I'm gonna talk about now, man, is disturbing, even to this day, man. I mean, I growed up. Listen to me, I'm taking my head off because I'm serious. I growed up in the projects. Feel me on this. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, anybody out there, all you preachers, whoever's listening to this, feel this. I didn't believe in God, all this stuff about Jesus, or any religion, fairy tale, a bunch of just scams to get people's money. That's what I thought. I went to prison, man. And I remember that day, clear as day. It was on a Saturday. I hate to say this, man, but I'm gonna say it. And I don't mean no disrespect by it, man. So whoever this dude's family and relatives are, hey, feel me on this. There was a little dude in juvenile. Well, he wasn't a juvenile, he was young. His name was Cliff. Little Cliff out of Victory in Louisville. Hell of a ball player. Cliff was talented. But he was young. And when they sent him to Eddyville, he came down to Eddyville, and him and little Dre Baby, and got them some kitchen jobs down there working in the kitchen, because there was a lot of black girls started working for Earmark in the kitchen, so all the young guys went there to try to see if they can pull. Me and Cliff was cool, man. I worked his case too. All his little murders, his 3 murders, he sent his cases over to see if I could find anything. I told him, Cliff, they got you. The prosecutors make sure that they went by the books, man. They won't give you a way out. He's all right, thank you. Then people in his cases ended up coming up dead. You know, the witnesses and stuff. That ain't what I want to talk about. Cliff in Eddyville prison, now I've been in that prison about 30-something years before Cliff, about 25 or close to 30 years before Cliff even showed up in Eddyville, so I already know the prison. Ain't no young dude ever came. This is our main maximum security prison in our state, Eddyville. That's where all the serial killers and everything is at. Nobody, the strongest group down there is white people. And they got like a little clique with about maybe 8 to 10 people that were, ride and die and stab and pipe and, this little dude Cliff came in on. You get me?
Go ahead.
Cliff came in on, and next thing I know, Cliff got about 100 people, grown people, that would do anything he said at the snap of a finger. They would kill, they would attack. I never seen it like that. But here's what got me. One day on a Saturday, I had a styrofoam cup with some coffee in it, instant coffee. I needed some hot water. So I looked down there at the kitchen and saw Cliff and them in their kitchen whites at the door. So I said, I'm going down there and have a little Cliff go back and give me some hot water for my coffee. Since they done stopped us from smoking, we drink coffee a lot in prison now. Man, when I walked up on Cliff, I was thinking of something humorous to say to Cliff. I was going to crack a joke, and I was smiling while I was thinking of it. I was forming it in my head. Man, when I raised up and looked at him, this thing, listen to me, this thing that was inside of him was a demon. I seen it through his eye. It had to be a real powerful one, like a prince of devils. It had to be a real powerful one, because soon I locked eyes with him, that thing was hissing like it was trying to jump out of him to me. And right there on that spot, I ain't gonna lie to you, I peed, man. I looking at this nigga through this nigga's eye, I peed, shitted. I felt every bone in my body shaking, and every nerve in my body was haywire. I had to turn myself around and take baby steps to get away from him. And when I went up there and sat down on this little hill, pants all wet, duty run down my leg and stuff, I'm mad at myself. Because I don't show fear, bro. I got too much pride. I don't, man, I done had guns and knives at my throat, guns in my head, shotguns right here in my forehead, and didn't fear nothing. And talk crazy to the people that had it. But this time here, I sat down, I said, man, what the hell was that? I said, I got to see that again. Now, it ain't no catching me out goals. I'm going back because, I show fear right there. And I'm like, pee? Come on, bro. What can make a hard nigga pee? So I went back down there and I said, man, tell little Cliff come out. Tell little Cliff come out. And he came back to the door. He said, what's up? I told him. It wasn't in his eyes no more. So he tried to crack a joke. He said, next time you see him, tell him. I said, what's up? So I went down to the church. And the preacher down at the church was a woman called Sheila Burnham. Sheila Berman. We had a female pastor at the prison church. I went right down, and this is documented. That's why I can tell you this, because I went right to Sheila and told her what I seen. That in all my life, when I read the Bible, I never thought all this stuff, it's too far-fetched. Demons and devils inside of it. Come on, man. Ain't nobody ever seen it. I seen it. And Sheila, she believes me because she knows me. She was a real strict pastor because she's a woman pastor in a men's prison. So she got to be strict. So she believed me. And so me and her, she's getting ready to figure out, try to call somebody in to get to go speak to him and see if they can counter that. 3 days later, he died in prison. It was like that thing that was in him. It was like what I seen I wasn't supposed to see. And so, if that thing took him out to, I don't know, but I'm telling you, that's what I saw in prison. It changed my whole perspective on religion, on people, on this stuff we read about in the Bible that we ain't never seen. You know, far-fetched stuff, devils and demons, and who believes that? When you see it, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this, get this out of my system, because I've been wanting to say things to y'all out there in the public that if you ain't got that type of knowledge, it's gonna sound foolish to you. If you don't know nothing about spiritual stuff, it'll just sound like, hey, that dude's crazy. But I'm gonna say it anyway, whether you think I'm crazy or not. Because you got people out there, priests, you got the Pope and his people, they got everything monitored in the world. This little statement I'm getting ready to make, I don't even have to admit they would learn of it. And this is what I'm going to tell them. Prepare yourself. The last vision I had in prison before I got out was of the devil being released from that prison he's in. Oh, it's going to be bad. And these days that the world is going through now, these are the days of sorrow. After the days of sorrows, you know, these are days where a lot of things that cause sorrow is going to happen. These is called the days of sorrow. After that comes the day of offenses, where everybody's offending. That's when they're going to start betraying each other real hard. Then there's another day coming. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to speak in depth on all this. I just want to tell y'all, I'm not as dumb as you think I am. I'm crazy. And a lot of things I'm saying right now, I don't really want to say it because it'll make me look dumb and crazy. But I know there's people out there they got spiritual education and knowledge that knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, they know the seriousness of it. So this is to the Pope and all the Catholics and all the preachers. Prepare yourself. Prepare your congregation. He's getting ready to get released. That's it. I'm going to smoke.